And we're back in the saddle. How long has it been? A month?
6 years.
6 years since we've done one of these things. But we're back and we're excited. And the only thing kind of dampening our excitement is that we're experiencing a few little technical difficulties.
Well, when you're away for this long.
Yeah, the equipment's not ready for you when you get back. So, but we're going to do it anyways because, like we said, we've done a lot more with a lot less. Right?
Yes.
Who
Mark.
said that?
You did.
I
just
said
a
that.
few minutes ago.
I did. And if you're wondering why I'm so amped this morning,
I would like to know.
It's not because of the coffee. It's because I got a juicer and I started juicing.
These days when the world's gone crazy and everything's upside down, tune in, forget and just be lazy with the dumbest couple of fellers in town. Just a couple of pals talking about sports and movies and gals. Just a couple of dummies, some dumb dummies for you. Some dumb dummies for you.
A Couple of Dummies is filmed before nobody at all.
Straight into it.
Yeah.
Straight into your routine.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, why don't you tell us about your new juicing procedure?
Oh, well, funny you should ask. Bought a juicer, put vegetables in it.
Put juice in it and
Put
pour the juice out.
Juice out. If you juice into a juicer, it'll actually collapse on itself and create a wormhole.
Dude, I had a dream last night.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're really excited about.
The juicing? No, I'm done.
Well, I went to the University of Evansville. This is many, many moons ago.
In your dream?
Yeah, no, in real life. Are you going to listen to my story, or are you just going to take pot shots at
I'm
me?
in.
You can, feel free to take pot shots. I just want to know what the shot is.
Okay.
So I had this dream. So it's a fair point. You know what? I attended the University of Evansville. And I had a dream last night that I had traveled back in time with my buddy Rob. And we were on campus at the University of Evansville, and there was a rehearsal going on for a show that I wasn't in. But I knew in my mind, this is in the dream,
Had that show actually happened, though, in the past? It was a real show?
I think so. To be honest with you, I don't remember now what show was rehearsing from my dream state.
But it had some familiarity to it.
Yeah, there was a show that was in rehearsal, and we were standing outside in the lobby area of the theater at the University of Evansville. And I knew that this rehearsal was going on, and I knew that I was at that rehearsal. I was watching it through one of the doors around the theater. It's hard to explain, but
the entrance doors, to get into the seating area.
Exactly, in the back of the house. And I knew that I was watching it, and I said to my buddy Rob, I said, I just need to see him, referring to myself, right? Yeah. Like I needed to see him.
See yourself perform.
See myself watching this rehearsal. I needed to see him, and I just wanted to look at him, at me, meaning me as a 19-year-old kid.
So you remembered as a 19-year-old kid, you were sitting watching this rehearsal. This really happened. That probably
No. I'm saying still within the dream.
Okay.
I was like, oh, it's that night, and I was sitting there watching this rehearsal, and this was in the dream state, but. Now in my waking life, I have no idea what show it was. I have no idea whether I was ever watching that particular rehearsal. But in the dream state, I was like, I know I was there that night, and I just need to go in and take a look at him, at the kid that was me, right? And so he was like, you're nuts, you can't do it, don't do it! That's exactly right. He's like, you're going to alter the future, man, you can't go. And so I did.
But your ego will not be bound.
I could not do it. So I was like, I just want to get a look at him. And so I go, and I'm like looking through a window, and I see myself as a 19-year-old.
From the back?
From the back. And then the past me, the 19-year-old me, turns and looks right in my eyes. Scared the shit out of me. Absolutely scared the shit out of me, man. And I was like, I was dressed up like as though I was just a raving homosexual. I know, it's so strange.
In the picture?
As the 19-year-old me, like I was wearing like a pink shirt. I mean, it was just like absurd. Like my apologies to all of my friends who may or may not be homosexual, but I was like a tutu, like ballet shoes. And I was like, I mean, it was was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
So the rehearsal.
And what sticks with me most is I was so thin.
Oh.
Yeah, thin.
Well, you were younger then.
Anyway, tell us about your juicer.
I know a dream I'm having tonight. Or I won't be able to get to sleep. No, that's great. That's awesome.
Isn't that great?
It's a really
yeah,
good
but then,
I just picture you turning and going,
I just
turn right
turned.
to us and you going,
You were right, Rob. You were right. Should have done it. Then we got the hell out of there.
oh my God.
I think I woke up shortly thereafter. I mean, it was freaky. It was freaky.
I had one earlier this week where I was watching, like suddenly we found these old home movies, and I was watching a movie of myself performing at a very young age.
Yeah.
And it was in something that I know I wasn't in, but I was dressed in like a suit, but I was dressed like with one of those bullfighter tops on, and there were all these like, it was like a dance recital kind of thing, but I was like just
Just dancing at all
dazzling
moves.
everyone. And I remember watching it going, wow, why didn't I stick with that?
Yeah, right. I was really good.
I was like, I can't wait to show this to people because it looked just like me now, just smaller, which isn't, I mean, I obviously look much different at that age.
Right.
But I was just watching myself going, God, why didn't I never realize I was that good? But that's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny. We both had dreams about ourselves in the past.
That's right. That's right.
I think it's because we're living our dreams.
We might be dreamers.
We might. You must say I'm a dreamer. I'm not warmed up.
He's not actually going to perform a song.
No. That would be funny though. If all of a sudden it turned and I was sitting by a fireplace singing, what's that song by John Lennon? Imagine. So we got the
I
juicer.
got to be honest. I'm barely paying attention.
We got the juicer. We got, and then I've started juicing.
He started juicing.
Juicing. That's like
I've been
A-Rod.
juicing for years.
And not in the same way as Alex Rodriguez. That was a joke I made earlier, and he said not to use up all my good material.
Is juicing like a euphemism for an action that Orenthal James Simpson might take? The juice.
The juicing. Juicing is actually,
Let's be careful.
yeah, never mind. It's,
It's my fault. It's my fault. Orenthal James Simpson. Appealed. He appealed his conviction. It was my stuff. He's like 5 years later. It was my stuff. Nobody's listening to me.
It's funny because the exact argument that would have gotten him found guilty years earlier,
Yeah.
by saying it was my property, I had every right to go in there and do whatever I felt necessary. So it's like, wait a second, we known you felt this strongly about your property.
Unreal. Anyway,
I never connected that until just now.
so you've been juicing.
So juicing, and what happened was the first night I thought I would surprise my wife because we'd watched this documentary on juicing, and this gentleman lost like 150 pounds juicing. And neither of us are looking to lose 150 pounds, but...
If Bridget lost 150 pounds, she wouldn't exist.
Right, exactly. Thank you for that.
She'd be like negative 40 pounds.
Bridget, see?
It'd be a void.
Yeah, you would be a black hole.
It'd become a black hole. We'd all get sucked into it.
Yeah. So we got the juicer because these guys were talking about their energy levels and how it balanced them, felt like it balanced them out digestively and all that. So
Wow.
I'm not committing to the whole juice fast or anything like that because I still drink my coffee and eat my Wendy's and
Sure.
I feel like this is balancing it out a little bit. So I thought, I'll get all these groceries, all this produce. I got spinach, kale, because kale was like the button word, the hot word on the documentary. Oh, you gotta have kale in there, and
Yeah.
does that grow in the ocean? I guess.
Kale?
Yeah.
I thought it was just a leafy lettuce type of deal. They grew in the ground, but
You're probably right.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Look it up.
So, but it's high in like iron and all kinds of stuff. So I juiced some kale, some spinach. I threw a couple apples in there, carrot, and it's just. And I can't, when you're cooking something rather fragrant, you don't really notice the smell because you're in it. But I'm juicing, I get the juice done, I taste it, and I'm like,
That's disgusting.
that tastes like if you were mowing the yard and you're spitting the grass out of the side of your mower and a
Yeah.
big wind came up and just blew like a handful of it into your mouth.
Yeah. That's what it tastes
That's what it tasted like.
And, cut grass.
So I give it to Bridget, walks in, she goes, it smells like somebody's been mowing the yard to here. And then she tries some of it. And the
You
exact
say it
same
smells like somebody farted in here.
thing. So,
Oh, Jesus.
it's like the Jolly Green Giant farted in here. And it was, but it was a good smell. Like, it actually invoked some great memories of my childhood in the summer.
Fishing.
Fishing, freshly cut grass, dogs running, barking, children laughing.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was really good. So I mentioned something about it on Facebook, and people started giving me ideas about what to put in to kind of balance that out. Celery is a good one because it's got high water content, so it fills the juice a little bit. I juiced an entire stalk of celery, like a clump of celery, with the juice I did on Friday, and maybe too much because it had no flavor.
Right. You know, they say about celery, this is a coworker told me this, that it takes more calories you burn more calories eating celery than you can possibly consume from the celery.
From the celery itself?
You can actually lose weight eating celery.
What am I doing juicing? Why
I
am I
have
just
no
on
idea.
a celery
You
diet?
can't- Yeah, just eat celery.
Unless you lob a bunch of cream cheese or peanut butter in it.
Yeah, well, then that's where the
it's
the
different.
issues come in, right?
Then it's different.
Okay, so
So we juiced. We both. That I actually mean we actually did steroids.
I see. So we did some
We went on
steroids,
to a different
and
story.
then we made some juice.
We made some juice. So then we inject each other with animal steroids, and no, we had some juice the next day, and we both claim, and it may have been placebo effect, or it may have just been our excitement about juicing that kicked our energy levels up. But I felt like my energy level was better. I felt like my mood had improved.
Oh, nice.
And that was on like a Tuesday, so it wasn't just like a Friday. You know how your mood's usually better on a Friday. It wasn't because of that. So I'm enjoying the juicing.
No,
It's a lot of work, a lot of cleanup, a lot of prep.
Yeah, I'll bet.
And it's loud. It shakes our entire apartment.
Waking the
It
neighbors.
sounds like heavy machinery moving in. But and then also it's like free aroma. It creates an aroma in your apartment of fresh fruit, which is kind of nice. It smells like a produce section. Until day 3, when you don't clean the pulp out of the garbage. And then you get a little dumpster smell in your house. So you got to make sure to get that out.
Yeah,
Out.
I can tell that would not be good.
Out that way.
So long lines going into the bathroom at your place.
Yeah.
Just a queue there.
I'm clocking in. I'm clocking in a little. I'm a little longer on my clock in the bathroom time at work, which is a good thing. That's what I got. That's what I signed up for. But also your schedule. It upsets your schedule.
It does.
Oh yeah. You're at the mercy of the juice. The juice tells you when. And
Juice is coming! The juice is coming! Got the juice!
Oh, juice. Sorry. But it's good. You should if you ever want to.
I don't think I'll try
I
it.
think you would enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't think I'll like it at all.
But I've been focusing on the fruit juices, what I didn't realize, and we've gone way too long on juice. And I realized that, and I realized we're going to hear about it. I think you can go into tomato, celery, onion, maybe a little garlic, and do like your own tomato juice, like a V8.
It's like pizza
Like a-
sauce.
No, that's marinara. What?
Huh?
No.
Tomato, garlic.
Yeah,
Throw a little
basil.
oregano.
Hey, did you make your pizza?
Yeah, you throw some pepperonis in there.
Hey, no, back where I started on a pizza
A
diet.
little fresh dough. Yeah.
Pizza juice.
Liquid pizza. You should bottle that shit.
I'm going to.
Make $1 million.
Pizza. Carbonate it, call it pizza soda.
Couple of dummies. Pizza juice.
Hey, can I get one of them pizza pops you got over there? Ooh. That tastes like a whole pizza. It is a whole pizza, and you just drank it way too fast.
1,200 calories. Hey, Jesus. What happened? Did your neck just explode? I missed.
It was the dough and everything actually becoming pizza in the stomach and forcing everything out through the mouth.
It's terrible. Like when I eat Taco Bell at 4 in the morning.
Yes.
I had this long-standing history of going out and then picking up Taco Bell on the way home, and then waking
I became
up.
the help hotline.
And at 4 a.m. I'd end up just just throwing it all up. And I never learned my lesson. Like, I continued to do it.
What was crazy was you were convinced it was one of the ingredients that you're eating, but you didn't change any of the ingredients, so you kept getting the same result.
I'm fairly certain it's the hot sauce that's doing it, and then I would always get the hot sauce.
I remember one specific one that it was late. It was like 11. No, it was like 1 in the morning, maybe. And my phone rings, and I didn't get the message till the next day. But oh, you have one message, and I was like, I didn't have a message when I got home last night. You have one message, and I heard, hey, I need you to talk me out of this. I'm going to talk about drive-thru, and I just ordered Nacho Belgrade. I remember what you were ordering, Gorditos or something.
7-layer burritos were big for a while.
It's like, well, I can't imagine that you would eat all that and then lay flat on your back and not get a result of being sick. But
I remember that, and then it was like I sent you a text at like 4:30 in the morning, and I was like, as advertised, like I just threw up.
Yeah. That's right. And I'm sitting in my, I was living out east, and I'm sitting at work getting your text, and I'm just crying with laughter. And my my coworkers are all looking over at me like, what's so funny? Yeah, you don't understand.
They probably don't understand either.
Yeah, you got it. You're enjoying this.
So, any more about the juicing? Were you able to get it all in? I don't want to.
Yeah, no, the juicing's great. I drank some on the way here. It's sitting out in the heat. The the container's sitting out in my car in the heat, so it's probably gonna stink up my whole car by the time I get back. But
nice.
Hey, it's worth it.
I won't ride with you then when we go to the dugout to edit this freaking thing.
No. So juicing, we did that. Let's back up, because here's the thing: we haven't done this for, we said, about 4 weeks to a month. That is a month.
It's about a month. That rounds off right about a month. It's been, I don't know how.
4 weeks to 28 days?
In that ballpark, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's been a while.
In that time,
welcome back.
The thing that started this whole break was you moved. And we realized we weren't going to be able to have one because we were going to move into our new studio.
Well, that was the last week of April, so it's actually been probably 5 or 6 weeks, Mark.
And this looks a lot like our old studio.
It does.
So we moved, and move day was fun, right?
Yeah, move day was good. We got some video from that.
Yeah, we got some video for move day. Let's throw up a couple samples.
Okay, sure.
So Shil got his truck, and he's pulling out of the U-Haul place now, and it appears that he's went out the back way, and now I've got to go try to catch him. Anyways, he was sitting in the U-Haul place waiting because there was a long line, and apparently they were short-staffed, and he was waiting for his opportunity to go up and redeem his reservation. And so I was just kind of sauntering around the place, and it was full of people, and I said, I go, hey, Shub, do you need any of this bubble wrap? I know you've got a lot of those Precious Moments figurines you're packing with you. Anyways, it was funnier if you would have been there. It was funny. Anyways, I'm gonna go try to catch Shub. There's Shilb right in front of us. He's actually flying in this truck. I'm not sure why he's going so fast, but he's heading his way up to the apartment to drop me off. There he is. Oh, there he goes. Shub just found his trumpet. Shub.
And we're back. That was move day.
That was me driving like a maniac, apparently.
Yeah, and playing your trumpet.
Play my trumpet.
Wait, what was it, trombone? It was a trombone.
It's trumpet.
Oh, it is a trumpet. I can't remember.
Don't you know anything
so
about
long.
me? Don't you know anything about
Well, I didn't know you played the trumpet, but as you see, he's quite good.
Well,
that was.
Did we already play the trumpet clip?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, here it is. Shub just found his trumpet.
Chill. That's the trumpet clip.
But the big thing from the day was we moved you out of your little apartment, well, not a little apartment, your apartment was huge, into your new apartment
huge.
over at,
It was comfortable.
what's the place called?
Why don't you shut your mouth? I'll tell you this, it was over by that fire we had yesterday.
Yeah, we were out of town.
Oh, that?
It was big news.
I'll tell you what.
Well, the news, did you watch any of the news coverage? Because
I had to get the hell out of there. There was debris falling into our parking lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The shingles?
I don't know if they were shingles. No, it was just like big chunks of
Engines?
ash. Engines dropping.
Meteors?
No, but there were like big chunks of ash and shit falling into our parking lot, so I got the hell out.
Well, it was a recycling plant. You have no idea what's burning in there.
I think, you could have old tires and,
Yep, glass,
who knows?
paper product.
All the paper products.
Anything you recycle.
Strewn all over the west side.
Well, the news, we got home, my wife and I went up for a graduation party yesterday. Congratulations to Emma. She doesn't watch. And well,
Her mother does.
Your mother does?
Her mother.
Her mother does.
No, I doubt greatly that my mother will watch this.
Still waiting for those beef franks, just in case she is. We got back, and I specifically stayed up to watch the news reports because I was hoping to catch a glimpse of old over here.
Like just running?
Just screaming down the street, we've all got to get out of here! Or at least I pictured you just trying to get a glimpse of what was going on. But it turns out you were sitting over in the dugout, probably watching it on the news there.
Yeah, I was watching Tiger fall apart at the U.S. Open and waiting for any news breaks that I could go back to my home.
Yeah. And so I watched the news for it, and the news people this guy on the street apparently was like, well, we found this in the parking lot over there. It's a shingle from this. Because some of these are breaking right apart. This one's got a little less, more give to it. I was like, what? Who is this guy? He was just he was out for a walk with his dog and just became the man on the scene for the eyewitness account of this giant fire. And so then they got back to the newsroom, and the lady's like, here, we have one of the shingles that people are finding falling. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Crazy.
But they said it's going to smolder for 3 days.
Yeah, I think we had rain last night. Did it rain pretty hard? Because I think that might have helped.
We did. We got a little dousing of agua, rainwater. Yeah. So you went, what time did you get back into your place?
Well, I went and played golf late in the evening, and then I stopped off and picked up some dinner, and I got home 9 o'clock.
Oh, this was all during the fire?
What do you mean?
You went and played golf while
I
this
did.
whole fire thing was going on?
Yeah, I went late, because I talked to Curtis at 6 o'clock, and I left to go to the golf course then.
You know why you went to the golf course? Because I heard a little of this conversation, and Curtis was, Shorty was talking with how he was improving his golf game with his new club adjustment, which he wouldn't shut up about all day yesterday. And
He called me to tell me.
so he called Shilp to tell him about it, and this one, it must have gotten under his collar a little bit.
No.
So you went-
I was just bored senseless.
Really?
Yeah. I was just sitting there watching Tiger fall apart. I was like, I might as well
Fall
go
apart?
show him really how to fall apart with golf. So I went, I played 14 holes and left. I'm so bad at it.
14 holes, that's...
Yeah. I left the course.
What course did you go to?
South Grove Golf Course.
Is that where we golfed?
Yeah. Yeah,
I couldn't remember the name of it, and I realized I never got the name of it. But we went golfing with Shorty a couple weeks ago, and had a nice little outing. I hadn't golfed in maybe 8 years.
Yeah, but you're better than I am.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, it is.
But it was fun, and we had a good time.
We did have fun.
And then,
Curtis hit this little gem.
yeah. Shorty Biggs up to this week. I wish I would have directed the camera how I was looking, because I didn't want to take it off of him, because Curtis notoriously, well, at least among the three of us, has a history of choking under pressure. And he's just lacing these balls all day. Like, he's really like worked on his, well, I don't know because I've never golfed him before, but he's hitting some great shots all day.
Yeah. And then he hits that.
And then
floor.
I think he saw me out of the corner of his eye getting ready to record it, and that's why he's just getting his shoulders ready, relaxing, and he's in his mind he's just going, please hit a good shot, please hit a good shot, please. And then he biffs it. And I was watching Shub, and you're like, we're both trying so hard not to scream with laughter. And then we cut back, and you can catch a little glimpse of it as you're driving off after him to pick him up.
Yeah. But there was one day we were on the course, sorry about that, Curtis and I, and he was just laying into me. Like, I had a few bad shots or whatever, I don't know, and he was just giving me the business. And so I had taken like a 12 on the previous hole, and he's like, oh, it's a lot of ground to cover up, make up and whatnot. And so he gets up, and it was his shot, and I'm sitting sitting in the cart, and he took his shot, and the ball must have gone 12 feet. Like, he just totally topped it, and just like seriously 4 yards away. And I go, get in the cart, I'll drive you up. I thought he was going to hit me with his club. But I wish I'd have done it that day so that we had it on, I wish I'd have said the same thing so we had it on tape.
Another thing I wish we had on tape from that day was I pull up next to Curtis, and it became a joke of the day. Not joke of the day, it was just something I found a lot of humor in, was to drive up and park so close to his car that you couldn't get in on your side.
Tell me what about when I ran into the cart?
Well, that's sad.
I'm sorry, go
Because I remembered it as me sitting in the cart with Curtis, and I was like, why would I have been sitting in there? But it was because I pulled up so close.
I see.
And we were laughing. Well, Shield gets up and hits a pretty nice tee shot. When it was going to the right a little bit, and you're just watching it, just strutting back over to the cart, and walks right into the front of the cart. And falls almost into the cart, right?
Well, yeah, because there was a top on it. It's got the poles and it's got a roof on it. And I ran into the cart, and so it first took my knees out. And I'm walking. I'm not like barely sauntering. I'm walking, and it took my knees first, which caused my upper body to plunge forward, and my head just landed on the roof of the cart and like pinned my ear to my skull. It hurt so badly, and these two were falling apart. They were laughing so hard. It was terrible.
It's the hardest I laughed in maybe the last 3 years.
They were laughing so hard, they were like dry laughing. Yeah. Like they couldn't even make sound. It was so like funny.
I wish we had it on tape because it was so funny. Because it was just the way you were watching. It was just the way you're watching your shot, and you're just like, not a bad.
No, see, but here's the misconception, is that you and he think that I was watching it like, oh, I'm a big-time golfer, oh, king of the hill. But in reality, it was a terrible shot. It was from the fairway, actually, and I shanked it right. And I was very unhappy with the shot.
And you were processing what you did wrong.
Yeah, I was kind of walking away, to see, all right, where did it land? And then
it's even funnier if it's injury to insult.
Yeah, that's what it was. Terrible.
Oh, could this day get any?
That's right. Felt like Homer freaking Simpson.
And then you turned away and you stepped on that rake that hit you in the groin. That was fun.
Exactly.
But that was fun. That was a fun day. And actually, I want to get back out because that actually lit a little fire in me.
Did it?
Golf.
Yeah, well, we should play. We should
golf again.
All right.
I know Shorty's always up for it.
Shorty bit?
He was trying to talk me into driving up 3 hours early yesterday to go golfing with him.
That's
which wasn't going to happen.
Should we? He's at church. Should we call him?
Yeah. Should we leave him a message?
Sure.
Let's leave Shorty a message and let him know he's on the podcast. We'll let him know he's on the podcast. We'll let him know that we're broadcasting his the shot that was heard around the world.
Dialing music.
This is calling Shorty Biggs. We're calling Shorty Biggs. Let's see if he walks out of church to answer this call. I'd love it if he did. He would get in so much trouble. He's got to know it's us. He's probably looking going, oh man. Picture him.
What if everybody in church is looking at him?
And his wife's going, don't you dare go out. Don't you. He's like,
Hi, this is Cody.
ah.
I'm taking the phone right now.
That was a test.
Number and brief message, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks.
At the tone, please.
See, this is like yours. It's like 10 minutes before you get to leave a message.
Yeah.
Or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Shorty. How you doing there?
Hey, buddy.
Skunk breath?
Hey, I tell you, don't ever tell us when you're available for a podcast.
Yeah, we tell you when you're available for a podcast.
We tell you, mister.
The phone rings, you see this number, you answer it, son.
That's it. You walk right out of that place of prayer and you answer that phone.
Yeah.
Tell God we said hello.
Yes. And pray for us. That's not mocking religion.
Isn't it?
No.
Oh,
maybe for you it is, but not for me.
I was mocking it.
I would appreciate a prayer. Anyways, so he's probably still in church, and we're not going to try him back because, yeah, like we said, we call you, you answer.
That's it. That's it.
I guarantee you, we call Dave Fry right now, and he picks up.
I'll bet he would. It's pretty early.
Yeah, and we haven't prepped him
Sunday.
for it. He wouldn't appreciate that.
No, probably not.
And he's covered from head to toe in poison ivy. I don't
Oh,
know
he
if
is really?
I don't know if he wanted me to.
What's wrong?
Tell that the light went out.
Oh.
Oh well.
Well, that's okay. We got to draw this to a close.
This is kind of where we're at today. Happy Father's Day.
I'm not a father.
Well, no, but today is a national day recognized as Father's Day. So it's like, I would tell you Happy Mother's Day.
Why would you say that to me?
I don't know.
Happy Mother's Day to me.
Yeah. Because it's a day, you're recognizing it. It's just like you say good morning. Maybe you're not having a good morning, but you got to recognize it.
I'm sitting in the dark.
Are you?
Yeah. What, you can't even see me.
Well, how do we...
I don't know.
I can see you. What, should we move up a little closer? No. What about like this?
It's fine. It's
Look, I look
you're
like
the
I'm,
focus.
looks like I'm a giant. Hey, little buddy.
You're the focus of today. So happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you, because that's an announcement we were going to make. Brian and I are going to have a baby. My wife is pregnant with our first child, and November 1st we're due. So today is my first official Father's Day,
It is, well, yeah.
and so I'm excited about that.
Congratulations.
And Brian and I both, our fathers are no longer with us.
That's correct.
But what I thought would be interesting would be to tell a favorite memory. Would you be up for that?
Sure.
One I had today, and it was something that was kind of circling through my mind because it's Sunday. Our family used to go up to the Glenbrook shopping mall on Sundays after church. Sometimes we go see a movie, sometimes we go eat at the MCL cafeteria and go do something like that. But usually we would split off, and my sister and my mother would go shopping because that was, shopping with my sister at that age was not enjoyable.
Yeah.
Because she was a handful as far as, well, not really. I mean, she would. Sorry. So my mom would draw that straw and go home with my sister, and my dad and I would go look at the toy store, go to Red Wing. What was the boot place? We could buy
Red Wing.
Florsheim.
Oh, Florsheim. Okay.
He would look at boots. He was preferential to the ones with the zipper up the side.
Yeah. My dad had those too.
Yeah. And then we would go to all the toy stores, and then we would sit on the bench at the top and watch people ice skate. And I had such a fond memory of that. Like, I never wanted to ice skate, but I loved watching people ice skate. And we would sit there until we met back up with them. But I always remember those as very fond memories.
That's
And
nice.
So think about that today. You got one?
I'm working on it.
I remember one of the few, I don't know if this will work into yours, but one of the few times I had the pleasure of meeting your father
Yeah.
was actually at a Comets hockey game.
Oh, that's
I
what
was
remember.
there with one of my old roommates and some guys, and we ran into you guys. And I didn't realize that you were an avid hockey fan. Apparently, you were a huge Comet hockey fan.
My dad was a huge Comet hockey fan.
Okay.
Yeah. As a kid, we went to shit tons of games
Yeah.
with my whole family, actually. My mom, my brother, sister, and my dad, we'd go a lot. But yeah, he was a huge Comet hockey fan. But that was late. I was older then.
Yeah, we were in college. Well, but you were back at I-50. We were all back.
Yeah. So it had to be.
I was in year 8 of college at that time.
Well, I'd
Working
taken
on my
a
doctorate. Working on my doctorate.
I had, yeah, right. I had taken a 7.5-year hiatus, so I was in year like 12.
Oh yeah, that's right. But you have any other favorites?
I remember. This is a terrible story to tell,
Why?
but I'm gonna.
Tell it.
I was really young and my dad, he was driving me to school, and he had an old, I think it was an Impala, actually. My brother Rob could tell me, but it was a boat of a car. It was like a 1975, like, Chevrolet Impala, and it was just enormous. And something was going on, and my dad was driving me to school, and I'm like sitting in the back seat, and something was going. This is a terrible story. I can't believe I'm telling the story. I don't know that I've ever shared this with anyone in my life, actually.
That's what we want.
So I guess I was like 7, 8, 9 years old, and because of where we were living. So I don't know what had happened, but there was a driver in another car that had pissed my father off. Okay? And I'm sitting in the back seat, my dad's sitting there, and all I know is that my dad turned around. This is so awful, dude. And he looks through the back window of the car, right? Yeah. And shoots this guy the bird.
Okay.
And is just like, F you. Right? Like basically right over top of my head. Yeah, he's like right over. So my dad's there, and he's looking out the back window over my head, and he's just like, F you. And then I don't even know what.
You thought it was to you.
No, I knew it wasn't to me.
You were whistling, and you're like, I'm sorry.
No, I knew it wasn't to me, but then the guy like pulled up next to us, is like screaming at my dad through the window or whatever, and my dad just sped off, and took me to school. So the thing is that I was so awful. So I was so young and impressionable, though. Like, so I'm sitting at school all day long, and I was thinking to myself, like, that guy, whoever that guy was, has followed my father home and has killed him. Like, that was where my mind went with it. It was like, my father's dead. I remember like crying about it at school that day because I had no idea what the ramifications of such an action were.
Right.
You know what I mean?
To scream at somebody like that and then speed up.
Yeah, and then the guy comes next to us in the car, and then my dad takes off, and I'm like...
But did the guy follow you? Like, you got out of the car at school and your dad drove off and you saw that guy?
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that.
But as a kid, you don't know.
Just my young, impressionable mind
Yeah.
just took it to a new place. So that's a fond memory.
But it's funny how those are the memories, like, they're very specific memories.
They are. And my dad was not to my knowledge, wasn't a hot, I mean, I saw him angry occasionally, but I didn't grow up in an abusive family. Or
right. No, it doesn't sound like it. But it just sounds like, that's just one of those...
It's just one of those things that happened, and that guy, I mean, my dad just in a bad mood that day, and that guy pissed him off pretty good.
I love to get the whole story. Like, you're back there just wouldn't shut, you're just talking, and it's just great time. So this guy just accidentally cuts him off a little bit, and your dad flies around him, it's like, that's it! That's it!
No, I wasn't much of a talker.
I can't imagine.
I was a sad little boy.
You sad little boy?
So anyway, I hope that lightened everybody's day.
Happy Father's Day. So anyways,
exactly.
I got the permission from Mia Spousa,
yes.
and she said it was okay to announce today about the baby. We wanted to bring her on, and she said she's just not feeling camera ready. I can.
We can get a makeup person to come in or whatever she wants.
She just doesn't. Yeah,
she doesn't want to do it.
Not now, but she will. She said she does want to someday be on the podcast.
Good.
But we're excited, and it's the whole process is exciting. We're at 20 weeks, so November 1st is the official day of the official birthing day.
I don't know.
Expulsion.
Was it the expulsion? Expulsion day.
We're like, all right, come on out. So we're excited. We don't know what the sex is going to be. We're gonna let it be a surprise. We're kind of doing it that way, kind of the old-fashioned way, I guess.
Yeah.
But apparently more people are not finding out. But we're excited. We got some other friends that either have recently had children or are having children, and we're kind of letting. We had our good friend Shorty and his wife were giving us some lessons yesterday. And actually, I was helping...
Birthing lessons?
Some...
I thought we were still on the expulsion. All right. No, go ahead, please.
We were at the party, and apparently Shorty thought it would be a good idea to take that as a coaching session for me to set up the pack and play, which I've set up for him before.
He's showing you how to do it.
So he's like, come on, I'm going to give you a lesson and setting up the pack and play. And so we go up and we walk in. He goes, do you want to just take a shot at it, or do you want me to talk you through it? And I said, let me just try it. I think I remember how to do it.
Yeah.
And I get no sooner than starting to pull it apart, and he's, well, you got to straighten those out before you got to push the button and get those arms straight. And I shoot him a look, and he goes, whoa. It's like, you've been hanging out with Shield too long. He's like, that was a Shield look. I said, well,
son of a bitch.
Yeah. Sorry, I guess I'm telling tales out of school. But,
No.
no, but it was. I had reached my boiling point. He was giving me direction when I specifically said don't.
Don't give me direction.
But we played some cornhole yesterday, and the guest of honor at the graduation party's father and I won 3 games in a row, I believe. 2 games in a row. We beat Shorty and our friend Murphy, and then we beat somebody else. Well, we won a couple games, and then me and Shorty went on a winning streak, and we won 3 in a row.
Nice.
But it was fun.
We're basically sitting in the dark here. We lost our backlights too.
We lost the backlights too. Well,
Yeah,
the hair
because-
light's still on. My
Yeah,
hair light's
because
still
that's
on.
that's direct to the wall. This breaker popped.
What is going on in here?
I don't know, but we gotta.
This is why we need a tech producer.
That's right.
I think this is a sign that we need to move into the new space. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, so we can blow the circuits in my house.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be great.
We'll be closer. We'll get floodlights, painter lights or something that take lower wattage and all kinds of other technical things that I'm not sure about.
It's a good thought.
So we're email address, coupleofdummies@gmail.com. He's completely distracted by this.
Well, because now I'm wondering, are we still getting audio?
Are we getting audio?
Yes,
Probably from the camera though.
probably. Now you're distracted by it.
Now I'm distracted by it. Now you got into my brain. Anyway,
I gotta be honest with you, we're just a couple of dummies.
we're just a couple of dummies, and as advertised, we've got stuff coming up that we need to cover.
Yeah.
We've got our cultural trail day.
Yep.
We'll give us some time to edit that together.
Yeah, we need to do something.
We've got moving day.
We have moving day.
We've got we went on a trip with our optometrist.
We did.
Lisa.
Yep. We got some pictures of that.
We got 20 plus pictures of that.
Was
Of
it-
flat dummies.
I counted 9.
You said there were 20 plus.
I thought there were.
We got 9 pictures. We'll show them each 3 times. Is that right?
Sure.
Yes.
We'll show them each. No, that'd be 27.
Yeah, 20 plus, I said.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We'll show those. We'll do another slideshow. We've got a lot to do.
We do.
And we're getting back in the saddle.
We're trying.
We're trying. Well, despite the technical obstacles
Yes.
in the state-of-the-art studio. But there's something going on, and we'll get everything figured out. What are we going to do? We're going to go edit this, and then we're going to go to the Duggar and have a little Father's Day lunch?
I think we'll go to the Duggar and have a little Father's Day lunch.
Father's Day tenderloin?
Sure.
Thanks to everybody that's been checking in on us. Crystal is still a solid supporter of ours.
I know.
Even though we're not giving anything to our listeners or viewers. Lisa gave us a little encouragement last week, and we that kind of pushed us. We're like, we got to do one. Now we're getting more messages.
What did she say? I didn't.
She said, I miss. Oh, it was on my page. It wasn't on your page.
Lisa, what gives? His page? His page?
And she said, I miss my dummies. And
We're your dummies.
I think it said, I miss my dummies. My life isn't complete without having an episode a week to watch. I'm not going kayaking anymore until I get an episode. And knowing how much you love kayaking and nature, we didn't want to deprive you of that, so we created an episode this week.
There we go. And we're sorry for how long it is.
Yeah. How long is it?
It's 40 minutes right now.
Oh, that's not bad. Get well.
Excuse me.
Get well to cheat.
Thank you.
Bless you. Gesundheit. Speaking of Gesundheit, Klaus, that was another thing we were going to talk about. He had a housewarming party last week. That Klaus sausage made an appearance there.
It did.
We also went to a place called the Brass Ring, and order pizzas, and apparently they use Klaus's.
They do. Klaus
sausage.
is
It's
huge.
everywhere.
Huge.
Cultural Trail. We met the Indianapolis Farmers Market vegetable stand, fruit stand. They know Klaus.
He knew him.
Yeah, they had a bit of a
Nice little story.
sordid.
Maybe we'll splice that story in.
Maybe we will. Maybe it'll be right here.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. How you feeling? You okay?
Yeah,
you
I'm
a lot of
good,
sleep
I'm
last
good.
night. I know the fire kind of took a little out of you.
Yeah, no, I did. I slept well. I got up really early this morning, so.
Yeah, you texted me at 7:57.
Yeah, I'd fallen asleep on the couch. I got your text when I woke up, and I just shot you that thing back. I was like, I'm home. And then I just immediately went back to sleep. So I'm sorry I didn't respond to your text that came the following minute, but I was already asleep by then, so you're welcome.
Thanks. Besides that, what else? I feel like we're missing something. The T-shirt contest is kind of on hold.
Yeah, but, well, we've got a winner.
We've got a winner.
I mean, basically,
Yeah.
we only had like 3 submissions.
Yeah, and they're great.
And they were good, but we do have a winner.
And it's
not you. Mark, we talked about that.
That's right. I
You
didn't
can't
win.
win.
I can't win. I'm part of the. I'm a member of the.
You're on the, the award.
I'm a company member.
You're a voting member.
I'm a
of the
voting member.
organization.
It's a conflict of interest.
It is.
If
Unless-
I were to win the T-shirt contest
So if you
for the
wanna-
show that I'm on,
Right, so if you want to give up your voting,
privileges.
then I'll be happy to make the decision.
No.
Okay.
No, that's
Well,
giving up too much.
It's good, because you would have lost.
It's dangerous.
You would have lost anyway.
I would have lost anyway.
Yeah. It wasn't as good.
My vote is for Dad, Michael. Watch the new season of Arrested Development. It's money. Have you gotten any deeper into it?
Yeah, I just saw Job's episode. Yeah, I know.
It's
I'm
so good.
7 episodes in now, I think.
Yeah, it's good.
I
And
can't stand her, though.
who, the sister?
Yeah. Ever since she got all that reconstructive surgery.
It's off-putting a little bit.
It is. So.
And it doesn't seem. It's not the same humor either.
No,
Like the shallowness is shallow.
Yeah.
Because you've had major cosmetic surgery.
that's right.
It's like, oh wait, you are. Well, I'm not making comments on somebody as a person, but it's different.
It's different.
What else? Get well soon to
Thank you.
Chief, because you too. Get well soon to Chief because he's covered in poison ivy apparently.
That's not good.
No. And I think that's all. Oh, I have a show coming up
Oh,
in July,
that's right.
5th through the 25th, called The Mousetrap at the Epilogue Players downtown.
Yeah.
And we're rehearsing that. And I know you're feeling a little neglected.
About what?
I'm spending so much time at the theater. It's not true.
What?
But so I know you're feeling a little neglected because I'm spending so much time at the theater.
Well, I don't see you much anymore. I don't see you at all. Even on your nights off, you're like, I'm gonna stay in.
Yeah, I got to catch up on my chores. I got chores to do.
Right.
I'm juicing now, so I've got a lot of juicing to do.
I got you. No, it's all good, man.
Come on over, I'll pour you some juice.
Do your thing, man. It's all good.
But besides that, yeah, everything's good. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think we're 8 minutes past.
I think we've
We should cut this thing off
cut it
right
off. All right, well, we're a couple of dummies, and as
And
advertised.
you're not.
And you're not.